I don't think prices have hit bottom, certainly on the real estate, residential real estate market. The commercial real estate market is still struggling, and the financing is still difficult.
The banks still are not willing to lend, especially to first-time home buyers, even home buyers that don't may have high wealth equity but not an income stream.
The lawyers in our commercial real estate group have been the busiest of the lawyers in our firm. Our institutional clients have been in the market very heavily nationally. Our local clients remain bifurcated between those that are still reeling from the recession and those that are positioned to take advantage of development opportunities. There's been substantial repricing in the market. Lending has eased up a little bit.
Local real estate conditions are particularly bad on the residential side. Some estimates have 81% of the single-family residences being underwater as of year-end 2011. And during calendar year 2011, fully half of the residential real property sales were cash-only sales.
Buyers think that the price is going to continue to come down, and the sellers are kind of holding out. Some good deals out there where you can buy new commercial property for as little as 10 to 15% down at very favorable interest rates. Almost better off owning property now than paying rent. So a lot of people are looking at going in that direction.
The local real estate market in Fairfield County is a bit choppy. It's really connected with Wall Street, so Wall Street having a tough year this year, it's not as strong as it was a year ago. And the commercial market is actually surprisingly strong, with some deep pocket players coming in. GE Capital and Goldman Sachs are financing some projects in the area, so it's stronger than what it would seem that it should be.
We didn't have as large of an uptick as the rest of the United States, so our downturn hasn't been percentage-wise as severe. We had about a 7% drop in 2010 and about a 2% drop in 2011, and they're projecting even for 2012. There's been quite a few foreclosures, a lot of homes on the market. New home building pretty much stopped 2 or 3 years ago. Commercial real estate prices have been way down. We've got a few investors now that have started buying up buildings in the Detroit area and renovating them and moving their companies into Detroit because of the low cost of real estate and low cost of occupancy.
Philadelphia has experienced relative stability in the commercial real estate marketplace. There's been a fairly strong demand for the Class A office building tenants. The lesser buildings have been struggling a bit, but are starting to find tenants with lower rates as a result of some new investments coming into those buildings.
In many parts of the country, when prices went up dramatically, they did not do so in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, so we've not had the big decrease in value as well. So it has been fairly stable. We have suffered some, obviously. There have been some overbuilding of houses, but the inventory is hopefully slowly going down.
In Toronto, we really haven't experienced the same problems that the American market has experienced. There are fewer banks, and the banks are willing to stay with their customers and have done so. We're on the verge of overbuilding in Toronto, but the building hasn't stopped. Condos are holding their prices. Residential markets are soft, but certainly still hopeful. On the commercial side, a number of projects are doing quite well, and nothing has been capped or stopped in midsection. Trump has still built a new tower, and 2 other hotel condo towers have gone up in the past year.
The housing market, residential market, has taken a little bit of hit over the years, down about 15–20%. Borrowing has been very difficult. Lending institutions, although they're saying that there's plenty of money available, they've made it very difficult.
There are some communities that have been relatively stable. The state capital in Helena, Billings and Great Falls, where there wasn't the big upside, there hasn't been the big downside. And probably most notably, the commercial side, we have the Bakken oil reserve in the eastern part of the state that is having unprecedented growth, and there's lots of demand for commercial and residential property.